Hello everyone, and welcome to this video where we're going to be going through a Silent Assassin completion of the final level of the Asmodeus Waltz Escalation on Hitman 3. As you'll probably know if you're watching this video, this is the escalation that you must complete to get the premium Anthony Martinez suit, which is a throwback to the Hitman Blood Money mission, A Dance with the Devil. An iconic mission, so I'm sure lots of you will want this suit. It's the one that you're wearing now, and that man who is gesturing towards the weapon that you need for this level of the escalation is wearing. He pops up and disappears throughout. Anyway, so we grab the gun that we need to use to get all these kills. We put it in the suitcase because otherwise you can't carry it unnoticed through this first stage. Eventually we will discard the suitcase once it's served its purpose. Anyway, head straight towards this bathroom that I'm going towards now, where our first contract awaits. We're going to head straight into this bathroom because it's got a tap that we can turn on to cause a distraction, which will cause the man who would otherwise cause us problems in this area to go and investigate it. That means you can take him out, and that will leave this area subject to one other guy who lingers in here, free for us to operate with him. So once he's out of the way, we can stop the tap running. Again, I don't think there's any massive consequence to not doing that, but it just seemed to me cleaner. And now we're waiting for the one remaining guest in this bathroom to leave, which he will do of his own accord very shortly. He's just checking himself out in the mirror there, but give him a moment and he will be off. He really does take a moment. So you have to remember as he leaves to let the doors close behind him. Obviously quite a few people out there who would otherwise see what you're about to do, which is not legal because it's shooting this man in the head. So then pack your SMG back away in the suitcase and get rid of this body. I'm not sure if anyone else comes into this bathroom during the course of the mission, but why take the risk when it's easy enough to hide him in here? I'm not trying to speed run this, I'm sure it can be done quicker, but this was a nice method that worked for me and got me a Silent Assassin rating at the end of it, so, you know, I thought I'd share it with the world. So now we're on our way up past the art installation that features in the main story mission, out onto this balcony bar, move quickly through here, not that there's any particular rush I suppose, then open this door to go into the area that we are now trespassing in. It's fine, you can run up these steps, you won't get seen if you are swift about it. This area that we're about to traverse can be quite difficult. I kind of just brazen it out here and just run past them all crouched. It can work. You can also take it more slowly, and there is a way to kind of tactically actually avoid anyone looking in your direction, but you know, whatever works for you. You can also brazen it out as I just did. So then you have abandoned the suitcase at this point, shimmy along the ledges. Here obviously we can't just take the hallway because there's plenty of people in this area, but they will not look up and they will not see you if you go along the ledges. Right, so down this ladder to your right, and you will be in the vicinity of our next target to be eliminated. Now, as we did with our first assassination, here it pays to take out the one other person who could cause us problems here. Again, I'm sure you could do it without getting rid of the female technician here, but I decided that the most effective thing would be to make sure that she was out of the picture, as it were, before we get down to business taking out our target. So these two will have a lengthy conversation, and you don't need to do anything but wait here, wait for the female technician to turn around and go back to her work over on your right, which she's now done. I'll follow her over there. No need to strike particularly quickly, but equally there should be no one who can see you in this area now. Our target, it's worth saying, keeps his back to this area at all times. So you don't have to be particularly quick hiding this body, but I think it makes sense to hide it. Hack this window, and you can just push the body out there, and that will count as a hidden body. Now, to business with our second target. Again, always remember you do need to be using the gold SMG to make your kills in this final level of the escalation. And we'll hide his body too. Again, I'm not particularly sure whether you actually need to do this. I haven't seen whether anyone else enters that area, but it is clean to do so, and I think makes sense. So now up the same ladder that you came down, if I can make it work. Scurry along to this ledge. Hop up here, into the security room, grab this man's banana, and take this man out. Now the banana actually proves to be exceptionally useful on this level. In previous playthroughs I had used the banana as pretty much the only non-lethal weapon you need, but in this playthrough, as you're about to see, I kind of mess up the banana a bit, which is a shame, because it's fun to use the banana. So I now think that man's unconscious, but he's not. He's getting up, as you can see. Thankfully, I realise that and correct my error moments later. Anyway, this man's now taken care of. That guard, I'm fairly sure you don't actually need to eliminate, but, you know, doesn't hurt to do it. And now we can move out onto this edge. This ledge, where the two maintenance workers are.
I thought about what you said.
Wait for the man at the end of the hallway to just move away. There he goes now, and we can proceed with our business. You could eliminate her at this point, but just because there's still another piece on the chessboard, as it were, I prefer to make sure that they're both unconscious first. Get rid of this guy, and now we're free to do this pretty much at our leisure. No one, I think, should disturb us as we eliminate our third target. Makes sense to do it round this corner, I think, just in case, just to limit the slight possibility of anyone overhearing a gunshot. But it is a silenced SMG, so no one should. And you can dump the body in there. Okay. So, moving back, I should say at this point you can actually take out the target that I do last. Now, there's no real reason to do them in this order. I think I'd actually forgotten about the guy who I end up doing last, and I move on to do probably the most difficult target, who's up in the penthouse. This soldier, who I'd knocked unconscious, you'll see I end up kind of not knowing what to do with. It's not particularly clean, but I drag him around a bit and eventually just decide to leave him around this corner where I think no one will see him. I imagine you could actually probably hack the window there and hide the body out there to be even cleaner about it. But anyway, up to the penthouse. I'm not sure why they make the penthouse so easy to access via this route. So much easier to go up here. I don't know why anyone would ever choose the direct approach. Get this guy out of the way. It's a common theme on this escalation is you do have to eliminate someone, as in knock someone unconscious, who would otherwise be overseeing the area that you want to operate within. Start up the ice machine, which will draw our final target into this room. Hide so he doesn't see us as he comes to investigate the ice machine noise. You can see here he comes now. You could probably time this. Looking dapper in the mirror there, ready to complete our target. Stop the ice machine, otherwise I think there's a risk that someone else would come to investigate that. Dump the body. And yes, ready to leave the penthouse. As I say, I think I'd actually forgotten the guy who I end up taking out, finally. So, at this point, I think I thought that I had completed my contract, but alas, no, there is one final man to be taken care of. So back out onto that ledge where we took out the maintenance workers, and he's just opposite you. You just need to find the right vantage point, and that was quite clinical. He can give you some trouble, that guy, actually. So I've had it where it takes a lot of shots to actually kill him, and I've also had it that a bullet can be heard by a guard behind him, I guess because it impacts the wall. So just be careful. Try, if you can, to just do a short, sharp burst to the head. Anyway, so now you can just sneak back past this guy who's asleep to this exit through the elevator, which is definitely the best one to use here. And then you're done. That is all your targets with the golden submachine gun and a silent assassin rating to boot. Hope you enjoyed that, and yeah, I thought this was quite a fun escalation. I hope you all agreed. And you get the cool Anthony Martinez suit, a nice throwback to the classic Dance with the Devil mission from Hitman Blood Money, which is an iconic mission which I remember playing back when I was growing up, probably before I should have been playing it. So yeah, there we go.